Hey Internet, it's Mike White with 143. So I'm going to show you real quickly how to use fades for DTF designs. So obviously we can't do real fades with DTF because we just get the big white mess. I don't know if you've ever had that, but I want to add kind of like a fade to this design. And so I want to show you, a way to accomplish that. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to make sure things are centered. So I'm going to collapse up some of my layers over here and just, get here to the bottom layer. I'm just going to hit Control-Shift-N just to have a layer to select that's got nothing on it. And then I'm going to grab my ruler, and you do that just by clicking in the rulers. If you don't have your rulers, go to Rulers, Guides, Rulers. Yeah, let's see. I'm not sure where that is. Window. It's just rulers. Control-Shift-R? No. It's Control-R. Yeah, Control-R. Control-R shows you rulers. All right, so just pull that out. And, I'm just lining this up with the very center. And I'm going to pull one down. And it just snaps. I don't know if you can see how that works. It'll just snap to the center. You can also, snap a ruler to an object, which is really nice. Okay, and so now I'm just going to grab my gradient tool. And I have radial selected, which is good. And I just want a basic gradient. I'm just going to go black to white here. That's what I've got. So you can set up your, you could set your main colors up over here and just do, that should make this first basics be black to white. And that's a good starting point here. And so I'm going to go black to white. And this is the fade that I want. I want it pretty large. Yeah, I think that looks good to me. And so that's the size that I want it. I might have gone too far. And now I'm just going to double click on this gradient layer and just click on the gradient itself. And then I can adjust the stops. So that's what I want to do. I'm going to pull this stop in so that I get more pure actual black here. And then I'm going to pull this stop in so that I get more white. And I'm just kind of, able to adjust things there. And then I can add another stop. And I can choose the color of that stop, make it black. And then, I can pull this in and get more, just straight black. That's not really what I want to do here, so I'm just going to play with this until I feel comfortable. I'm looking at the fade, the amount of fade that I want. And I don't want a black fade. I'm just starting with black. I'm going to use yellow, actually, because I've got a predominantly yellow design here, so that's what's going to look good, I think. Everything's always an experimentation. And so now that I've got my gradient the way I want it, I'm just going to turn off the rest of my design and look just at that. And I'm going to select, I actually think I want to just rasterize this at this point. I know that I'm working at the size that I should be. Let me just make sure. Let's look at my image size. Yeah, I'm really big, 10,000 pixels. That's way too big for anything. So I'm just going to go ahead and rasterize this gradient. And then I'm going to invert it, which I think is an odd thing to think about, but that's what I'm planning on doing here. Let's just see it. Image adjustments. Can I just invert? Yeah. All right, so really the white is now my gradient. And then I'm going to go to Filter, Pixelate, Color Halftone. This is not how you normally do halftoning. And the channel that I want to halftone, I'm just thinking out loud here, is white, which is 255. Yeah, all 255. So if I was doing black, I would do all 0. And then the radius, this controls the biggest size of the pixels of the halftone. Now, this all depends on what size your document is, so you just want to experiment with this. I think I want to go pretty big. I'm going to go 70 and just see how this treats it. Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking for. It was just something really bold. Hopefully, yeah, that's I think that's a little more than I wanted, but yeah, I like it. I'm good. Okay, so now the challenge is I've got this black all the way around the outside here, and I don't want that. So there's so many different ways that I could get rid of that. I just want the whites. I'm going to turn off contiguous and see if I can just select the white. That's probably the easiest way to do this. And I'm just going to hit Control C and Control Shift V. And then I want to hit Control T and just make sure that it's contained. Because it's real easy to accidentally get this stuff to spread all the way to the edges. But by hitting Control T like this, I can see that I really have contained it. And then, I'm going to throw a color overlay on this so that I can see it real clearly. So I'm just going to right-click, blending options, color overlay. I'm going to choose black because it'll help me, really see what I'm doing. And I don't exactly want this to be circular. I want it to kind of follow what's going on with this angle on the text. So I'm going to hold Shift and Alt and just kind of pull this in. So that's making it work both ways. It's both sides. It's the Alt. Shift is allowing me to distort and actually not be proportional, and Alt is pulling it in on the other side of whatever I'm doing. Enter to confirm that. Oh, I need to click on Photoshop. All right, and then I'm going to color it. So let's pick some colors. So we know we've got this yellow going on here, so let's just pick this yellow. And I want to kind of lower it a bit. So let's just take it down. I'm just going to take the brightness down. Let's take it to 80, and then I'll just make it a little bit deeper. And then let's pick that same yellow. And it's already at 100%, so I really can't go that direction. So I'll just stay in the same vein and go a little lighter towards white. So not a huge shift between those two, but it'll just be subtle and just kind of add a little bit of interest to my design. Awesome. All right, so here is my gradient. I'm going to call it gradient halftone. And we have a color overlay on it right now, which we don't want. We're just going to turn that color overlay off. And we're going to select a gradient overlay. And then I'm going to adjust this gradient with the colors that I want. So I accidentally clicked and made an extra stop. I don't need that. I'm going to pick this color. And then I'm going to pick my secondary color. And let's open that back up. Actually, it's radial. Am I seeing that? There's linear. Here's radial. It's aligned with the layer. Yep. So it's getting lighter as it goes out, and that'll just add to the effect that I'm going for, which is more, a gradient. That's what we were hoping for. And you really can't see it well against the checkerboard. It's just kind of lost in there, but it's really strong. In fact, it's probably too strong. I think it's a little more than what I wanted. So what I'm going to do is just kind of play with this and get something, that's just subtle. It's blowing out the design. It's too much. There we go. All right. And that's how you can use kind of a fade effect without, overwhelming the printer and adding a glow. There we got a glow, but we have hard pixels. They're 100% hard, because of the way we created it with the halftone. Hey, I hope this helped you, and I hope you enjoy playing around in Photoshop. Have a great day.